Take a whole share of embroidery floss from the thread board. Each share consists of 6 smaller strands, which can be divided into individual strands as needed. Thread the divided embroidery floss through the needle like this, ensuring one end is longer than the other, and tie a knot at the longer end. Now you're ready to start embroidering. If double-stranded thread is required for the embroidery, you can take out 1 or 2 strands and thread them through the needle. Align the 2 ends of the thread. Fold the thread in half. Tie a knot at the ends, thus forming a double or quadruple strand for embroidery. This petal uses 3 strands of thread number 01 in satin stitch. Fill the pattern by embroidering straight lines between 2 points, seamlessly stitching each line. Start embroidering from the middle of this petal, which makes it easier to control the thread direction. Since the petal is fan-shaped, wider at the top and narrower at the bottom, some threads can be stitched only halfway or 2/3 of the length of the petal. This gradually changes the direction of the thread. This knot uses 6 strands of thread number 07 in French knot stitch. Bring the needle up, hold the thread with your left hand, and wrap it around the needle once. Insert the needle close to where it emerged, and keep the left hand thread taut while slowly pulling the right hand thread, ensuring not to pull too tight to maintain the fullness of the knot. Continue embroidering a circle of French knots along the outer edge of the flower bud, then fill the center to complete. Here uses 3 strands of thread number 03 in straight stitch, creating a straight line between 2 points on the pattern. Here, thread number 02 with 3 strands is used in long and short stitch. Stitch a long straight line followed by a shorter straight line, repeating to complete the first layer. For the second layer, stitch in the middle of the first layer, overlapping by half. Continue this until the petal is filled. This flower uses 3 strands of thread number 08 and 09 in long and short stitch. The first layer covers approximately 2/3 of the petal. For the second layer, the stitches should overlap about half of the first layer. Here uses 3 strands of thread number 05 in satin stitch. Here uses 3 strands of thread number 05 in long and short stitch. The stem uses 3 strands of thread number 05 in stem stitch. The needle exits from the bottom, takes a stitch forward, comes out in the middle between 2 points and tightens the thread, and repeats. Here uses 4 strands of thread number 03 in whipped will stitch. Start by bringing the needle up from the flower edge, stitch towards the center, then bring the needle up close to the previous stitch. Loop the thread around it and tighten. Repeat this process. Here uses 6 strands of thread number 09 in woven wheel stitch. First, stitch 5 straight lines inward from the flower's outer edge. Bring the needle up near the center. Then skip the first line and go under the second line. Then skip the third line and go under the fourth. Alternate over and under every other line until the flower is filled. Keep the thread loose for a natural, full look. Once the flower is filled, secure the thread at the base near the flower's edge. Here uses 6 strands of thread number 05 in French knot stitch. These knots use 6 strands of thread number 03 and 04 in French knot stitch. First, stitch a circle of French knots with thread 03, leaving some gaps. Then, fill in the gaps with French knot stitches using thread 04.